Yeah, hello and welcome to another chill stream. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do today. Honestly, I just wanted to go fly and I wanted to go stream and see if we can find something interesting. So checking here on the map, I can see ATCs online in South Africa. So I might give it a try, but I want to explore somewhere else. So I see Bogota. Is it I think it's in, what's this place called? Bolivia, Colombia? Honestly, I don't know. My geography teacher would be very disappointed in me right now. Okay, I see in Russia it's open, but okay. Let's go to some places I've always wanted to go to. Honestly, I don't know. Let me see, what am I gonna... Where exactly should I go, honestly? Okay, it's fine. I'll just do a quick flight from... Let's see... Rand Airport down to Bethlehem. Okay, so let's jump into the sim now and see how everything goes. Okay, so my flight plan today is going to be from Rand, Johannesburg, down to Bethlehem, which is FABM, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, FABM. And I want to take the Piper Arrow. It should take us about an hour. Okay, so maybe we can do a touch and go somewhere. Let's see. What are some airports I haven't been to? Okay, Frankfurt might be a good option, but I'm not yet sure. Oh, Joe, what's up? Welcome for the welcome to the stream. Looks like you're the only one here, but welcome. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where to go. Yeah, I'll do the touch and go by Klerksdorp. And then from Klerksdorp, we'll head on to Bethlehem. So add. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, I'm going to be taking the Piper Arrow. So 2 hours of fuel plus maybe alternate on reserve. Oh wait, there's animals here. Okay, we'll go pass by and see the animals. 50% is fine. I'm just gonna assume 2 passengers on board. That's gonna be chill VFR flight. Weather's gonna be live weather, but time is going to be, I'm gonna make it 12 hours behind, just so you're not flying in the dark. So 5:30 Zulu. Ready. Now, as we're waiting, I can just put on some music you can listen to in the meantime as we're waiting for this to load, because I know it does take quite a bit to actually load. And I need to update some of my music catalogs because I have a lot of stuff. Hello, Aviator. Kulabo Tuse, yeah? How are you? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. This is just going to be a chill flight. Honestly, I don't have any challenge today. I mean, I might make it a challenge for myself, but we'll see how that goes. For now, we're just chilling. Let me grab some chill beats that we can listen to in the meantime. And yeah. Okay, I see there's a problem. So it actually put me right on the runway. So what's gonna happen is I'm going to do the old cheat code and take us to the main apron. Right here. And then I'm gonna have the aircraft cold and dark and then see if we can actually start it. Righty. So this is the Just Flat Piper Arrow. And let's see, how do I say, oh, okay, cold and dark.
Cold and dark selected.
There we go. Okay, so cold and dark has been selected, and we're just going to start the aircraft up from pretty much 0. Now, if I'm being honest, I haven't done any flights in the Piper Arrow, so I don't know anything about the procedures, but actually looking at it, it's quite a nice aircraft. It's this is the Turbo Arrow, like the Arrow 3. So with the Turbo, well, you have a lot more, what's the word? A lot more power. So you can carry a lot more, and pretty much it's just better overall. Okay, so let's just have a look around at the aircraft, just to show you around, maybe a quick walk around. Oh, okay, there we go. It's moving now. Okay. So it's actually a very nicely modeled aircraft. I see the props, you have the wheels down here. Don't know what this is, but it's very nicely modeled. Although the textures you can see a little bit blurry, but honestly I don't mind the quote-unquote blurry textures because aircraft does look very nice. Yeah, Hotel Bravo, Papa Mike Bravo, and I think most of these aircraft are modeled after real world aircraft, so it should match the actual aircraft, but I'm not interested in any of that. Okay, jumping into the cockpit. So first thing we do before we start is make sure everything is where it needs to be. So coming from left to right, top to bottom. So make sure all the instruments are roughly where they should be. So over here I can see already the QNH needs to be set. So I'm just gonna tap B. So it should show around 548T, which it is. So QNH is perfectly set. Okay, all the instruments are on. This is our primitive autopilot. And what I like about this aircraft is every switch that you see in here is actually clickable. Sipiwi, welcome to the stream, man. We're just taking the aircraft around for a spin. Okay, so fuel selector is off. We're gonna select the fullest tank before we start. So whichever we want to use. So I'm gonna select the left tank. Magnetos are off. Manifold pressure should read the outside air pressure, which should be around, let's see. Yeah, that seems about right for 5,000 feet. Throttle is idle. I'm gonna go prop full forward. Mixture, I'm gonna leave it there for now. Gear is down. Flaps are down. Trim is down, and everything here is off. Okay, I'm gonna set squawk 2000 as well. Righty. Now, just let me know in the stream, guys, if it's nice and smooth and not chopping up, because I tried to figure out a solution for that, because I know it was chopping out sometime during the flight. But for now, it looks a little bit smooth on my side, but it's looking better now. I see there's another person in the chat, Jonathan Hater, looking for Conrad here. Okay, see, Conrad brought a few friends. Anyway, let's get this baby started. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to prime this engine. Now, I know there's a primer button here. I don't know the exact procedures, but I'm just going to go mixture full rich, throttle all the way forward. And then I'm going to turn my master switch on. Okay, so master switch. Looks like I lost my mouse. Oh, there we go. Oh, geez, where's the mouse? I don't know where the hell my mouse went. Okay, this is weird. Oh, there they go. There's the cursor. Like, Jesus, what was going on? Okay, so we're gonna prime it until master switch comes on, and then anti-collision light can come on, rotating beacon on. And then I'm gonna prime until my fuel flow comes up, and then once it comes up, I'll let go of the primer. There we go. Fuel flow came up, went back down. Aircraft is primed. Bring the throttle back to about ½ inch. Okay, lights are on. And then at this point, I'll be shouting clear prop. Make sure it's clear. Oh, actually, we left the tie downs and the chokes on. I have to turn those off now. Okay, so bring up the little iPad, turn down the chokes, and tie downs. And let's start this baby. Ooh. Okay, we have fuel pressure, we have oil pressure. Oil temp is still down low. Oh, jeez. RPM is running away. Righty. So after start checks, as we said, we've checked oil pressure is looking good, oil temperature is looking good. Well, it's coming up now. Oh, it's in the green now. Then we're gonna make sure that nothing popped. So in this aircraft, actually, what's funny enough is the circuit breakers are modeled. So you have every circuit breaker in here. So I can turn the fuel pump off. I can pull the circuit breakers. So I just need to make sure nothing popped in this on the circuit breakers. Then we can turn on our avionics. So transponder standby, turn on my radios. and I think that's it. Right, so at this point I'll be giving Tower a call, but right now I'm not sure if Tower is online. Okay, let me try and connect. I'm gonna connect as Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, Joburg is online, so I'm gonna contact them and see if they're going to give me a response, because I know sometimes these guys can be a little bit iffy. It's going to be VFR from Rand Airport direct to Bethlehem via Klerksdorp. I'm going to depart now. I'm going to make it 8,500 feet. And our cruise speed is going to be about 140 knots. Righty. I just filed the flight plan. I'm going to tune 1285 just to monitor center or sorry, correction. What's it called? Johannesburg area. Okay, so come up here 128.5. 128.5. What does I say? Okay, 128.5. I see. Losing a mouse is equal to losing a hand. Yeah, pretty much. In this case, losing my mouse would be death, but certain death. Losing my hand. Okay, 1285. And just gonna make sure it is set, which it is. Okay, so let's taxi. Now, the current wind at Rand, if you look at the windsock over there, is favoring, looks like runway 35. So I'm going to taxi runway 35. Yeah, and because there's no one here, I'm not going to make the radio call, honestly. Okay, so parking brake can come off, and taxi light goes on. And then we start taxiing. So clear to the left, clear right, and let's go. Righty. Now, for all you that don't know, Rand is a trading airport primarily. There's lots of flight schools there, and you get lots of people getting lost and lots of mishaps. So it's just, you just have to be vigilant, pretty much. What is the light for now? What was that light for? What does it say there? Okay, so we're crossing a runway, clear left, clear right. It's very easy to get a runway incursion here. Okay, it looks like, it sounds like I'm talking through a vocoder. Alright, let's have a listen now. Oh, I think it's the... I'm just gonna check something now. Let me get to the run-up here, then we'll solve the audio issue. Okay, now, Flight Simulator likes putting lots of, what are they called? Taxi lights all over the place. So it's always weird seeing all these taxi lights when in actuality they're not there. Ready. Okay, Okay, we're in the run-up phase, so let me just solve the audio issue now, and then we'll see how that goes. Okay, so Jonathan is asking what simulator is this? Now, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It's the latest, but even on this PC of mine, I'm having like a hard time running it sometimes because it's quite demanding. But I'm looking to get a better PC in the next year or so. Then hopefully I can start doing some proper content. Okay, how's the audio sound? Do I still sound like I'm coming through a vocoder, or is it a little bit different now? Hey, not sure if the audio is good now. The chat has quite a delay to it, so I have to wait to find out if it's sounding right now. Otherwise, if it still sounds weird, just let me know. Okay, it looks like audio is pretty much from Jonathan's side, so let's continue with the run-ups. Okay, so in the run-ups, we're going to check quite a bit of stuff. Oh, I forgot to lean the mixture after departure. Sorry, after start. Okay, so mixture goes full rich, parking brake is set, and then landing light can come off, and then we are going to bring the power up to, oh geez, let's bring it to 2000 RPM, and then first thing we're going to do is cycle the prop. So this is the prop RPM controller, and we make sure we have three things. So first thing we're looking for is a drop in RPM, which is pretty obvious. So if I bring the RPM selected down, or the prop RPM down, there's that drop in RPM. Looks like RPM dropped a little bit too much. And then the second thing I'm looking for is a drop in oil pressure. So if you have a look at the oil pressure gauge in the corner here, if I drop my RPM, there's a slight drop in oil pressure. And then third thing I'm looking for is a rise in manifold pressure. So if I drop the RPM, yeah, there's a slight rise in it. I don't know if you saw it, but there's a small rise in the manifold pressure. Okay, meaning our prop system is working well. I'm gonna lean my mixture until I get a drop in RPM. Okay, there's the drop. I'm gonna set it back. And we're gonna check our magnetos now. So left, there's a drop in RPM to both. Right, drop in RPM. And back to both. Okay. Okay, section's looking good. DI should be set to compass because this is the slaved version. H is looking good as well. And then check that our alternator is charging. So we have our alternator amps here. And if I turn off the alternator, we should get a drop in the amps there. So you see the alternator was working. You turn it back on, picks up the load. Okay, everything's looking good. You can bring the power back to idle. Alrighty. Okay, we're gonna set ourselves up for takeoff. So trim is set, flaps. I'm gonna go 10 degrees. Okay, it looks like our Tambo is online at the moment, so I can hear some radio calls in the background. I was freaked out for a second. I was like, what? Who is that talking? Okay, so everything is set up here. Trim is set, flaps is set. Mixture we're gonna set, we set throttle, pitch is selected, gears down, magnetors on both, autopilot is off. Our routes now. So you come to our flight plan now. We're going from RAND. Okay, see what I mean? It's already misbehaving. So we're gonna activate this leg, RAND to Klerksdorp. I need to delete this. How do I delete this waypoint? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so flight plan is set. Oh, now it took out the destination. Okay, let's just set FABM in. FABM Bethlehem. Enter. Okay, looks like our flight plan is good to go now. Ready. So after departure, we'll maintain 6,300 until we clear of RAND's airspace. So we will maintain 7,000 until we're clear of Johannesburg airspace, and then we'll climb to, for argument's sake, 9,500. Okay, everything is set. Clear to the right. Let's go. Okay, I can release the parking brake. Landing light can come on. And we're gonna taxi. I'm just gonna set the fuel pump to low. The electric fuel pump, that is. Okay, I don't see anyone on final, so we're just going to enter the runway. Everything is good. All the lights are on. Transponder can go to Alt. But yeah, all these taxi lights, it's quite ridiculous. Okay, so I'm gonna be quiet so you guys can hear the engine sounds, because this engine sounds amazing. Alright, here we go. Mixture full rich. Let's bring the power up till about 35 inches. Let's go. Stand. Here's rotate. Tap the brakes. And once we have no usable running, gear can come. Alrighty. Okay, bring the flaps up. The landing light and fuel pump can come on. and power back to about 35 inches and 2500 RPM. And 6,000. Can start on 10. I'm gonna climb at about 95-ish. And there's Rand Airport in the rear view mirror. There's 6,300. Let's start on a 10. Outbound. Oh dear, this aircraft wants to fly. Alrighty. Yeah, that sound was a little bit too much. Okay, and I'm gonna bring my power to about 29 RP, sorry, 25 inches of mercury, and bring it to about 2300 RPM. Alrighty, so we're on our way now. Just making sure everything is in perfect order right now. A little bit high. So this is where usually you'd zone outbound and Rand. It should be a big silver ball here, but there's nothing to do. And then Joburg looks so generic, but I'll give it a pass because the scenery looks quite amazing. Okay, so we can climb 6,500 at this point, and I'm just gonna continue on this heading. Yeah, I'm gonna set the course. So over here it says the course we need to track is direct track 262 magnetic. So I'm just gonna set that here on my HSI, and we're gonna track that. That's 260, 262. Okay, it's centered, so I'm gonna fly 262. Actually, no, let's climb to 7,000. Alrighty, beautiful day here. Winds are light, and like a few days ago, the winds were quite bumpy, and it was quite ridiculous. Yeah, some people are asking me how you manage to fly through such winds, and honestly, it's just ridiculous. Ready. So we're climbing 7,000. And I'm just going to get back on track. Looks like I was drifting a little bit. And this is pretty much a VFR. The weather is quite VFR. Actually, I'm going to throw the autopilot on just a little bit. And then we'll just have a look around. Okay, I don't have my co-pilot in today, otherwise it would have been nice. I don't know if he's shown in the external view. Let me check. Okay, I'm just gonna throw the autopilot on for 1 second. looks very nice. Okay, where's the autopilot going now? You know, that's one thing people don't understand. Sometimes guys don't know how ridiculous or how you have to monitor these autopilots, because you don't just switch it on and then expect it to do what you want. I remember learning in when I was still doing IT in high school. One of the teachers was like, computers only they operate under one principle called GIGO. So garbage in, garbage out. If you're putting a bunch of garbage into the system, well, it's going to give you a bunch of garbage. Ready. So it's got an uneventful flight at the moment. I'm going to turn the autopilot off just to keep things challenging. And everything is looking good here. We're getting about, our outside air temperature is, you know, why don't I just use the iPad? So our TAS is about 132, which is not bad considering, actually it's not good. So we have about 12 degrees centigrade outside, and we're about 7,000 feet. Pressure altitude is around 6,000. So I'm gonna align 6,000 up here with 10 degrees. And then we'll see. So there's 6,000, positive 10. Is right there. So yeah, we're getting about 133 knots true. The autopilot can come off. And we're going to change our fuel tanks now. So I'm going to turn my fuel pump on, swap the tanks, fuel pump can come off, and then just monitor that fuel pressure. It's looking good. Okay, something's not right here. This fuel is quite low. It's not what we put in. Yeah, we had 50% fuel when I took off. Okay. Ready. Right now would be a good time to answer some questions. I know so many people love asking me questions, and right now is the best time because this is the only time I have to answer questions. So feel free to knock them out. Hey, our ETA for Klerksdorp is, well, it's saying 1 hour 24. Looks like about 10 minutes. No, 30 minutes actually. But I can bring the power up. So I'm going to bring it to 29, 30. Let's bring that next year back as well. And we're banking to the right, as expected. Last time I tried to use some rudder trim in this aircraft, but it just decided to keep the rudder trim exactly where it was, and the aircraft was pretty much uncontrollable. Okay, so this here is Ennerdale, and then we should have a small town here, Lolly, and then on the other side we have Lanesia at the back there. Oh geez, we climbed a bit. I'm out here looking outside. Ready. I see Jonathan left for supper. Well, hope he's enjoying his supper right now. Okay, hopefully when we get up higher we'll get a little bit of a better true speed, so we can move quite a bit. And I'm not sure what the wind is doing right now, so I'm just going to pull up a map here. Okay, we don't even have that much wind, so we should be doing good. Okay, it says auto extend off. I don't know what that means. I don't know if the gear extends itself when it what's the word? When it's Jeez, I'm forgetting my words. This here is small town. There's the ridge. And then once I'm clear of, there's these mine dumps here. So once I'm clear of these mine dumps, I can climb to flight level, let's make it 085. And then we'll head to Klerksdorp. Okay, so ETA for the entire flight is about 1 hour, but for this leg, let's see if I can change the mode here. Is it under menu? Oh yeah, there we go, change fields. So yeah, let me just throw the autopilot on, because in real life I would have my eyes up, but I don't have my eyes up, so I'm just going to throw it on just to maintain this heading so we don't crash. So autopilot can come on, alt hold can come on as well, and yeah, looks like autopilot is working. Righty, so let's go down here and change this to ETE. So estimated time of arrival. Okay, that's giving me Zulu time. Okay, so Conrad is asking, is it hard to transition from fixed pitch to concert pitch? Honestly, it's not that difficult, honestly. The only thing is you have to remember the order in which you do things. So, for example, when you are reducing power, you go from right to left. I'm just gonna leave this where it is. Jeez. I messed it up. Okay, I'm just gonna change it back. And then I'll answer your question. So estimated time en route. Okay. So, as I was saying, so when you're changing power settings, so if I'm reducing my power setting, I'll go from right to left. So I'll bring my manifold pressure first, and then RPM, and then mixture. And then increasing power, it's the other way. So it will be mixture, RPM, and then power. Only reason why you want to do this is you don't want to, for example, as we're checking our constant speed unit, you remember I said we're checking for a rise in manifold pressure. So whenever your RPM drops, basically it's like you're compressing the engine. The engine is doing a little bit more work, it's pushing more air, so that manifold pressure is going to rise. So if I have my power at say 40 inches of manifold pressure, and I bring my RPM first before bringing my power back, well, what's going to happen is my manifold pressure is going to go through the roof, and I'm going to blow the engine apart. Okay, that is why we go right to left, and then left to right. But once you understand the principles, honestly, it's chill. Anyway, let's just have a look outside. So this here is Johannesburg General Flying Area. I have lots of hours in this place. Honestly, I can't believe how many hours, but it's quite a lot. And these are the ridges I was talking about. Once I'm clear of these mine dumps, sorry, not ridges, then I can climb a little bit high, and because I know I'm clear of the Johannesburg TMA. And then probably what will happen is Joburg area will ask me to speak to him, because I'll be in his airspace. Oh, actually you can see here this here Joburg TMA right here, right where we are right now. And once we clear of these dumps, you can clearly see we're out of the TMA. So I'm gonna start the climb. Okay, so mixer can go back full rich, RPM all the way up, bring that power to 35 inches. I'm gonna turn the autopilot off, and we're gonna pitch for about 90 knots. Okay, we're gonna be doing a touch and go at Klerksdorp first, and then routing towards Bethlehem. Now, because we're climbing to flight level, we're going to set 1013, but in this case it's calibrated in inches of mercury, so I'm going to set 2992. Okay, that's about 2992, and I'm going to trim for about, let's just make it 100 knots. Okay, and looks like everything is looking good now. Jeez, this aircraft looks nice. I've only had the chance to see 2 arrows in real life, and there's just one I fell in love with. But I just love how it looks. Because this is pretty much the Cherokee without wheels, or with retractable wheels. Okay, this here looks like Folkville. And I'll probably speak to Joburg area just to know what is going on. Alright. Now, what most people don't know is once you get out of the airport, takeoff and landing, once you get en route, it gets very boring. So I'm just gonna load some sick beats in the background just so you guys don't get bored. And funny how I don't actually have new songs. I've been working on quite a bit of stuff, but let's see. I have quite a few songs in here. Let's get those going. Reduce that volume a little bit. Right, it is flight level 085. I'm going to level off. Well, it looks like CPU is going. Go do those dishes. I'll see you guys. I'll see you hopefully in the next stream. Thanks for coming. Okay, so reducing power, once again we're going right to left, so bring my manifold back, 29 inches, bring my RPM back, 23, up, we're still climbing, she just wants to go, and then I'm going to bring my mixture back to about 10 gallons an hour. It's not much out here. See, there's a bunch of small houses, and there's a railway. This is pretty much the countryside. Okay, now over here, let's just get prepared. I'm going to turn the autopilot on again, just so I can poke my eye out. We're going to have a look at some information about Klerksdorp. So, if you have a look here on the GPS, you can find out details about a specific waypoint. So I'm gonna plug in FAKD. So if you go to FA, which I'm gonna get closer. There we go. Okay, so FA. KD. Okay, so if you come here, we have PC Pelsa Klerksdorp, and what's our ET here? Okay, we have about 40 miles to go. Okay, so Klerksdorp, elevation is, oh, this is wrong, definitely wrong. It should be 4,400. So I'm not sure what this is. Okay, runway is 1836, and okay, I'm just gonna change the fuel tanks again. But, you know, we'll change it at half past. Okay, so 1836 is the dimensions, but these are wrong dimensions because I'm not sure what this is. That's the actual frequency of Klerksdorp, but it doesn't have any approaches, and I see it's saying the region is in north to central is it central USA, but that's definitely wrong. Okay, but we have the information ready. So runway 1836, elevation should be 4,400, but I don't know why it's giving 1,355. Right. Oh, the sick beats are done. Okay, let me add some more music that we can listen to in the meantime. Righty. Most of these songs are songs that I just made in my free time, so don't pay attention to the quality. Otherwise, you'll end up disappointed. Righty. So getting back to our flight now. Okay, so back to the flight. So as we're looking, we have our information that we need 1836. So wind is light from the north, so I'm expecting 1836. But I'm just going to do the whole unmanned procedure just for you guys out there that are doing your flight training. Just so you can, what's the word? You can see exactly what it is. Alrighty. I'm going to turn the autopilot back off again, and we can fly this aircraft. The views outside, well, there's nothing much to look at right now. Oh, this is Clip Drift Dram. Jeez, it's not Clip Drift Dram, it's Clip Drift Dam. Oh, I see Tian joined the chat. What's up, Tian? Why do you want me to squawk 4646? Because I know area is online. So if they see me just squawking some random things, actually let me give them a call. Let me see if they'll respond. Radio check. Radio check. It looks like client I was using wasn't picking up. Okay, let's try that again. Radio check. Okay, something is not right with Oh, wait. Might have... here. I turned down the volume. ATC volume. I'm sorry about that. Looks like my volume was down. Can I get a ready check, please?
Mike Whiskey 2, winning is strength 5, good day.
Good day. Requesting flight following via Klerksdorp towards Bethlehem. Flight level 085.
Mike Whiskey 2, Roger, set squawk 4652.
Squawk 4652, Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, so we've been given a squawk. Tian, you'll be happy to know it's 46. So 4652.
Mike Whiskey 2 identified, thank you. Remain altitude 68,000 sound received, call below, QNH 1025, no reported traffic.
8,500 feet or below, QNH 1025, no reported traffic, Mike Whiskey 2, thanks. Alrighty. So we've been given 8,500 feet. I'm going to QNH is 1023. Now I don't know what the conversion is to altimeter, but I'm just going to press B and it will set it automatically. So I'm going to descend 8,500 feet. Just lower the nose a touch. Well, Tian, it's online. It's an online community. It's called VATSIM. So they provide ATC and it's an international community, so to say.
Bye-bye.
Check. Righty. So descending to 8,500 feet. Oh geez, that's quite the descent. Let me just let him know that we'll be doing a touch and go. Joburg Mike Whiskey 2 will be doing a touch and go at Klerksdorp.
Mike Whiskey 2, I don't cover Klerksdorp pump down, so it'll be Unicom to the landing with water traffic.
Could you say again, please?
Mike Whiskey 2, I don't cover that airfield with pump down service, so you'll go to Unicom for the landing and then report back. Obviously, it'll be that you're on the ground. So you can just report when for the report when today.
Okay, copy that. We'll report ready for this and next, and there will be Unicom for the touch and go Mike Whiskey 2. Righty. So Unicom is 122.8 in VATSIM. It's the American TIBA frequency. In South Africa, I know it's 1248. So that's a frequency for all unmanned airfields without a designated frequency. Welcome, Legacy Goalkeeping. Welcome to the stream. We're just doing a casual flight today from Rand towards Klerksdorp. And yeah, let's just quickly calculate the top of descent point. So we're moving at about 140 knots. Ground speeds are about 2 miles a minute. And on a descent to 6,500. So that'll be at 500 feet a minute. That's 4 minutes. And 4 minutes at 2 miles a minute means we'll start our descent at about 8 miles out. I'm just going to make it 10 miles just so we do not just so we give ourselves enough space. Righty, we just passed via Potchefstroom. So if you have a look outside here, this here should be Potchefstroom, and the little dam here, and then the airfield should be, oh nope, there's the other little dam. Then there's the Potchefstroom airfield. Been there quite a few times, and it was one of the first airports that I actually went and landed at, and it was quite interesting. It's a nice big flat, long runway. In contrast to what I was used to, it was quite the difference. Okay. Then Klerksdorp. I know it's quite an easy airfield to find. You just look for the hangars. So here's the road. There's some hangars there, so I know there's the airfield. Geez, it's actually quite nice. And I see Conrad is listening to the songs in the background. Now, just to prove something, this aircraft, I'm just going to throw autopilot on once again. And I'm going to change tanks. It is top of the hour. So, fuel pump on, change my tank to the left, and then fuel pump off, and then we just monitor it, oil pressure. Okay, so just to show how detailed this aircraft is, every single button that you see works. So all the way from the COM panel, COM, nav, marker, the GPS, all these DMEs, the DME itself works. I don't know what Joburg's frequency is. I think it's 1175. But everything works. ADF. You have your fan switch there, you have your cabin temperature, cabin heat and cabin air gauges, then you have your panel lights, then your radio and nav lights, though we don't need them for now, it's during the day. State. All the circuit breakers work here, you have your rudder trim down here, flaps, fuel selector. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All the instruments work, everything looks good. The back here in the seats, I mean, we don't have any passengers today, but it looks very comfortable. I honestly want to be in that. Okay, it's about 12 miles. I'm gonna call top of decent. Joburg Mike Whiskey 2, ready for descent into Klerksdorp.
Mike Whiskey 2, Roger, monitor Uniform 122 destination for the landing and report on the ground on this frequency.
122.8 and we'll report airborne again because it's touch and go. Mike Whiskey 2. Okay, so I'm going to switch to Unicom and then I'm going to make the ready calls just as standard. Okay, so let's start at these. Autopilot can come off. And start that descent. Right, so as I said, Klerksdorp, you're looking for the hangars. Actually, we might be way too close. Just gonna bring that manifold a little bit back. Okay, so looking straight ahead, these look like the hangars to me. But we shall just confirm when we get there. Quite easy to get lost. Because I know the airport is just before the town, so if you have a look there, that's the town, and then the airfield should be right here. Those look like the hangars right there. Oh no, these here. But we have a GPS here, so just for situation awareness. Plan of action is, once we overhead the field, it's going to be, we're going to check the windsock just to make sure we know which one was in use, and then we'll descend on the dead side of the circuit. So at this airport, the circuit is done to the eastern side. So we'll make sure we're descending to the western side until we're at 5,400. And then once we're at 5,400, we'll supply a standard circuit. Okay, looks like we've been streaming already for an hour. Jeez. How far is it to Bethlehem? It's about another hour. Jeez. Oh wait, might actually have something wrong with the GPS itself. Activate glare. Okay, no, that's fine. Oh, geez. It's quite a large town over here. Everything looks quite good. I mean, I can never get over how good this game looks. It just looks amazing. Although with a recent update, it gets a little bit too bright, so a little bit overexposed, but nothing too bad. Hey, so here's the hangars. So there's my airfield. I was looking at those buildings over there, but there's the hangar. So as a pro tip, the hangars are much easier to find than a runway because they're bigger, they pop out. Runways are busy hidden in the grass. Okay, let's get ourselves set up. Okay, so the windsock should be bang in the middle of the field. I don't know if it's gonna load in, because I can see the little dot right there. So once we have the little dot, so once we have the windsock inside, we'll know exactly which runways in use, and we'll align ourselves for that one. But lots of mining going on here. I know South Africa has built in a lot of mining, especially around the central side. As you can see, lots of mine dumps. Johannesburg itself is pretty much just one big mine. Okay, I'm gonna make a video call. Klerksdorp traffic. Mike Whiskey 2 is coming overhead field for windsock inspection. Righty. I'm just gonna position myself so I can see the windsock. Now I don't know if the sim puts the windsock where it should be, because I know the sim can get ridiculous at times. But that's where the windsock should be, right there. But I'm gonna cheat, so I'm gonna assume we saw the windsock, and I'm gonna pull up the map here. So it looks like wind is from the north. So we're gonna land runway 36. Righty. So we're gonna descend on the dead side of the circuit. I'm just gonna keep the descent going. And I'm actually gonna do a teardrop. So I'm gonna fly a little bit to the no, actually not to the south, to the south here. And then I'm gonna turn around and keep that descent going. Now if I was flying alone, I would just descend at pretty much 1,000 foot per minute, but I'm just gonna assume we have some passengers. I can start my turn. We're looking for 5,400 feet. Descent should keep going. And I'm gonna join on a right hand crosswind, runway 36, and then we'll do a touch and go. Okay, so at this point I'll be reporting we're descending to the dead side of the field, or the western side of the field, and we'll be joining on a right hand crosswind for runway 36. Oh, the regular lights are still on. And those off. And keep the descent going. And here's the city of Klerksdorp. I've always wanted to go and visit. There's a water park somewhere there. So I've always wanted to go visit. Okay, there's the runway. I'm going to join overhead the upwind threshold. And we'll be reporting to Klerksdorp traffic. Mike Whiskey 2 is now right crosswind runway 36, touch go. Righty. I don't know why the runway lights are on now, but okay. Okay, so once I join on crosswind, I'm just gonna bug runway heading just for better situation awareness. And what I notice is lots of people, when they go into new airports, is they don't give themselves enough space and they end up flying very tight circuits. Just give yourself space. It's not that difficult. Geez, the altitude is just refusing to get to 5-4. Okay, right about here, I'm gonna start my turn onto downwind. Klerksdorp traffic, Mike Whiskey 2, turning right downwind, 36, touching go. Brad. No, it's gonna be better. Don't worry about it. Okay, so there's downwind. Looks like we're a little bit further than I wanted, but at least we have enough space. We're gonna do our downwind checks. I'm gonna go brakes on and off, and the carriage goes down. I'm gonna leave my mixture where it is for now, my throttle where it is for now. We can go landing light and fuel pump on. And we're descending. Jeez, this aircraft is quite a handful. Okay, gears down. We have 3 greens. And I'm just gonna check visually. There we go. And our flaps and degrees. Jeez, my altitude is going wild, huh? As soon as I look outside, the altitude just goes. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I'm gonna start my turn onto base now. I'm gonna bring my power back just a little bit to about 25 inches. And I'm gonna pitch for about 95 knots, so to say. Okay, we're turning onto a base leg, a little bit low, so I'm gonna add a little bit of power. You can just see the airfield. I don't know why it's looking over in the other direction. I think it's looking at our destination. But there's the runway right there. Okay, final approach, I'm going to come in about 80 knots, and then once I've made the runway, we'll be about 75 over the numbers. But you know, I'll just keep it 80 all the way to touchdown. Okay, returning final, pitch for about 80 knots. Then Klerksdorp traffic, Mike Whiskey 2 final, runway 36, touching go. Pitch for 80, flaps full. I'm gonna go mixture full rich, throttle all the way, RPM all the way forward. And let's come in. Okay, and also at this point I'll be telling the passengers to brace for impact. Okay, final check is down, 3 green. We're descending a little bit quicker than I would have wanted to. It looks like we have a slight crosswind from the left. Oh. A little bit too much correction. Okay, looks like we're coming in very nice. Power is good, speed is good. Rate of descent is looking good. Okay, we're getting a little bit high, so I'm going to reduce the power a little bit. Okay, these trees are making me uncomfortable. Okay, short final. We made the runway. I'm going to cut the power right now. Keep it coming down. Oh, jeez. Okay, gonna go flaps full power. Just be careful not to overboost it. And 75. Rotate. Tap the brakes. And once we're out of usable runway, landing gear can come up. And we're pitching about 95 knots. Here's 200 feet after takeoff checks. Flaps up. Landing gear is up, no lights. Landing light can come off. Fuel pump can come off. Then I'm gonna bring my throttle to 35. RPM 2500. And then we can start. That's gonna be a right-hand turn towards Bethlehem. Then I'm just gonna let the area know that we're airborne once we're passing through 2000 feet AGL. That's if it's still online anyway. Oh, looks like it's still online.
Philippines to Tango 08, contact Cape Town, frequency 124, 48, bye-bye.
Okay, so you guys give me a rating for that landing. I feel it was a 7 or a 6 out of 10. Not the best, but I mean, it gets the job done. Okay, when I set my turn to my airfield, because I'm flying out of the circuit now, and the track to follow is 153. Oh, I didn't read Brad's comment. There are sterile cockpits in the circuit. Well, I'm assuming. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's a good argument. Can't be reading YouTube comments in the circuit. Okay, so once we're passing 6,400, I'm going to call area and let them know we're airborne, routing towards Bethlehem. And this is going to be quite a long leg actually, 100 knots, so I'm just going to set maximum power. Which I have the performance charts here. I'm going to pull those out now. Make sure I have the right numbers. It is 6,400, 122.8. I'm going to give them a call now. Joburg, Mike Whiskey 2. Oh, it swapped the frequency. Joburg from Mike Whiskey 2.
Mike Whiskey 2, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Mike Whiskey 2 is airborne Klerksdorp and looking for flight level 075 towards Bethlehem.
Mike Whiskey 2, I identified client altitude 7,500 feet, QNH 1029, no reported traffic.
1029, no reported traffic, climbing 7,500 feet, Mike Whiskey 2. Hey, for all of you that are just joining, it's from Rand to Klerksdorp to Bethlehem. And right now we're in our second leg towards Bethlehem.
Bye.
And we're getting quite good performance. Okay, so there's 7,500. And we're just going to... Now, something about this game, I don't know if it's how the fuel flow is being monitored or it was modeled, but it treats the mixture... It's like it disregards the turbo. So I don't know if it's something to do with the engine or something like that, but That's something I'll look into. Or maybe I just don't know how to use it. Okay, so performance shots. I'm gonna bring a power back to 30 inches. And then bring my power back to 2,300. Oh geez, aircraft is climbing. Righty, so let's have a look. We're getting about 10 degrees at 7,500. So once again, we're getting about 145-ish knots true airspeed. And we have about 100 miles to go. So there's a bunch of killing that we're gonna do now. Okay, now we're in cruise. We set our power, mixture. Craft is in trim. Everything is looking good. I'm going to change my tanks now back to the right hand tank. And hopefully some of that tailwind. Looks like we had an 18 knot tailwind. Let's just check here. Okay, it's 10 knots. So it's giving us 150 knots ground speed. And pretty much what we're expecting. And one thing I noticed with the sim is the tack and the hobs actually work. So let me just throw the autopilot on so we do not fly off into the distance. Yeah, so I've only been flying this aircraft for about 5 hours total time, and it's actually modeled in here. And the hobs here is about 5.4 as well. So I'm guessing that this tack doesn't count RPMs, it just counts the hours that the engine is running, which is pretty much because it's reading the exact same thing as the hobs here. And in real life you actually have a little bit of a difference if it's counting RPM, because right now we're not at full power, so it counts RPM relative to full. Righty. Here we have about a total of 35 gallons, about 36 gallons, and we're burning about 12 gallons an hour, so we have about 3 hours of fuel. So we have lots of fuel in case we need to divert, or in case we have any issues. Yeah, but once again, the sim is quite realistic. I mean, the graphics are amazing, and you can actually detach the camera and explore. So I don't think there's anything. Okay, let's just go explore that dam there. Okay, so I'm gonna detach the camera and just head over in that direction. See if we can get to that dam there and explore. It's actually helpful because like the scenery is amazing. For example, I went to Dubai yesterday, and I was shocked at how detailed that scenery is. Okay, but over here we have a little dam, and you do have some sounds as well. I don't know if they're gonna come through though. But you can pretty much go have a chill at the dam here. I don't know if there's any people that actually been to this dam or actually live around here.
Like with the huge anesthetic areas closing, you can monitor Unicom 122.8, check line.
Alright, cheers man, thanks for the ATC.
Bye-bye.
Okay, looks like Joburg is closing, so we're gonna be unmanned now. But yeah, it's a nice chill spot. I don't know where this is though, but just to prove the point that you can just go around and do whatever you want to do. Right, back to the plane. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, we're monitoring the flight. not much to do on these long legs. We have about 100 miles to go, so about 40 minutes total. And we're gonna monitor 122.8. I don't expect anyone to be flying out here now because not many people fly on Monday nights. So it does get quite hectic on, for example, like Friday evenings. I know it does get very, very, very hectic. And you wonder to yourself where all these people come from. There's lots of farmland out here. Actually, let me go check that house out. Oh, it's right next to the road. There we go. I don't know if this is encroaching on some guy's privacy, honestly, but I mean, the game gave us the ability. I saw a meme a few days ago where they were talking about crashing into your enemy's house as a new form of cyberbullying in Flight Sim. This looks like a chill place, honestly. Looks like we have a nice grass. So the houses in this game are really demeaning. Like, honestly, look at this. This house looks like it's been in a war zone or something. And you have some cars on the other side. Damn, this actually looks like a very nice drive, honestly. This would be a very nice place to drive through. Very scenic. But we are here for now. Okay. Now I'm just quickly gonna take a 5-minute break and I'll be right back. You guys should just monitor this aircraft for me. Just make sure nothing comes up. Righty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Okay, so as it appears, nothing has changed. So I'm gonna turn the autopilot off now, just to make sure everything's good. But the scenery, damn, look at this. Like, it just looks amazing. And I just wanted some ideas for the next stream. I'll be doing another stream tomorrow, and just throw some ideas in the chat for a challenge that I can do tomorrow, because I've pretty much done almost every challenge, and then we can try and do that tomorrow and see how it goes. And by the way, this song in the background here is my brother's song. He's also into music. It's quite fitting, don't you think? With the scenery in the background. Actually, let me try and make it look scenic. Oh geez, the aircraft just ran out. Righty. But it's quite scenic, this. Let me just get it right. Now let's do it again. That first part, I wanna make it scenic, and I wanna make this a separate video on its own and post it on my channel.
It's always nice to see the stars as they shine all around. Walking while we're talking for hours, thinking you're the only star I see that midnight.
lost in the mood. But let's get back inside. Okay, so let's just do some quick planning. So Bethlehem, actually, I did not plan this flight at all. I'm gonna check for information on the airfield online about the airfield, because I don't trust this GPS. It's giving me weird readings. Okay, Bethlehem Airport. From Sky Vector, I know elevation is 5,500, so we don't even need to descend. We're just gonna join overhead the field, do that inspection, and then come into land. Okay, runways, we have 1129, so it's basing on the wind. We might have a little bit of a crosswind, but nothing is looking too much. We don't have any. Oh, it's a hard runway. I've been there. It's actually quite a. I don't know what to say. It's quite the place to be. But yeah, how did you like the scenic piece there? Ah, it was touching for me. I should have added a filter onto that. Actually, let's see if I can add a filter onto it. Because I have lots of filters I use for my films or my movies, my videos. So I'm just gonna grab one from my stash here and then try and make it as scenic as possible. Hey, let's have a look at this. How does this look? Oh, it looks a little bit too blue for me. Need a little bit of that that orange. Okay, so I'm gonna try a different one. Let's turn this one off. Let's see. There's a bunch of them here. I don't know which one to choose. But okay, I'm just gonna choose one. Let's see, number one. Geez, this sounds like a Michael. No, it looks like a Michael Bay movie. Michael Bay movies look so orange and teal. So if you have a look inside now, look at how blue the dashboard is. Ah, looks like you guys want some turns. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I might actually disconnect because ATC is not online. Just gonna disconnect and I'm gonna pull the recorder out and I'm gonna record my approach. We'll have a look at the replay. It looks quite blue, eh? Too blue actually. Let's see. I mean, if I turned it out a little bit, like now it looks quite nice. You agree, right? This looks a little bit better than before. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it there. That looks pretty epic. And then look at it outside here. Damn. Awesome. Alright, let's start preparing. So I'm just gonna set my squawk back to 2000. So no more view far. And then make sure everything is looking good. Compass is still good. Let's swap those tanks again. So fuel pump can come on. To the left, fuel pump can come off. And then monitor that fuel pressure. Throttle is shaking all over the place. I don't know why. Okay. Squawk back to 2000. It's supposed to be at 2000. Set it back to alt. Don't expect to see any other traffic in the area. And since we don't have to descend, we'll just join overhead the field, and then I'll record the approach, and hopefully you can get a replay of that, just to show you the butter, because I know that first one was a little bit weird because the joystick was offset. You need to put it in the right position, just so I don't have any excuses. And then the next landing is going to be butter. It's just going to be so smooth that I'll actually have to check in the outside view if we're on the ground. And as I said, if you're just joining, we took off Rand Airport, went via Klerksdorp, did a touch and go there. You can just rewind the stream if you want to see the landing. It was a little bit hard, but it was safe. A safe landing. I mean, the airplane is still flying. Landing gear is still working, so it was a 100% safe landing. If the landing gear wasn't working, you'd have an issue. Yeah, just before you guys forget, I just need some challenges in the chat before the stream ends, because I want to know what to do tomorrow. So if you have any challenges for me, just drop it in the chat, and then we'll pick the best one. And a bunch of scenic locations I can go to as well, because I usually do most of my flying in the sim around Africa, because when I was using FSX, when I just started flight simming, Africa was the least cared for continent. So you find trees look like, I mean, it just looks like a generic continent. There's nothing much going on. But once I got this sim, I was like, nah, definitely we have to go. We have to see the continent. So I've done most of my flying around Africa. Also, I mean, I love the wilderness. I mean, look at all this. There's nothing out here. It's just farms. You have your farmhouse there. I could have gone to Uppington, actually. But it was gonna be a long ass stream, and there's no way it was gonna work. Oh, looks like we're hitting the green, and you should be able to see the mountains. Oh, there they are. So the Lesotho Mountains. I don't know what the range is called. All I know is it's the mountains there, and all I know is the airfield is right next to a road. I don't know what road exactly, but it's right next to a road. What we're gonna do is we're gonna join overhead, do the windsock inspection again, and circuits are done to the west. Because I remember last time I flew there, I got there, and as I'm turning onto the crosswind, the base, I was turning onto a right base, and the guys doing circuits in the area weren't reporting, so I didn't know, and they were actually coming in on a left space, so we were going pretty much head on. And me being the big boy, I just did an orbit and then fit in behind them. Okay, looks like you guys want to go what? I see there's Lukla in here. Base 2, welcome to the stream. This is Flight Sim 2020. Actually, let me take the filter off. It's like it's spoiling the view. We want it to look nice. Let me just turn it down a little bit. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and looks amazing. It's quite heavy on this the PC. So if I'm to bring up the stats, my CPU is pretty much at 100%. But it's actually quite smooth right now. Okay, so there's Lukla. I've done the Lukla landing challenge as part of the landing challenges in the game, but it wasn't actually that difficult. From what I saw, it just don't fly below elevation. So that's the thing with uphill runways, especially if you're landing on the side of a hill or a mountain with a sheer drop off at the end. You must be very careful to because there's that illusion with an uphill runway. It's actually, you feel like you're a little bit higher than usual. And what happens is you come in a little bit lower than you should. And in such a case where uphill or the slope is quite steep, you could end up approaching from below the landing elevation because that's what looks normal. And in that case, well, what happens is you slam into the side of the mountain, or you end up climbing towards the airfield, which is not ideal. So in such a situation, you're monitoring your altitude. You don't want to descend below airfield elevation, but it's not that difficult, honestly. But if you want to see Lukla, well, we'll give it a try then. Let's see. I don't see any other suggestions. I see someone else has a scenic flight they want to give me tomorrow. Actually, I should have taken 9.5 in this case. But it's too close for that now. This song here playing in the background, it was inspired by some of Black Coffee's songs. So Black Coffee is a big musician in South Africa, and it was indirectly inspired by him because I used to listen to some of his songs and I'm like, oh, this sounds very similar to what he was making. But it's one of my favorite songs that I've made. I want to release all of them in an album. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but yeah. And then if you want to see some of the music live streams, I know they're not too popular on this channel, but I'll get some of those going. That's one of my favorite songs. Actually, it'll go quite well with the scenic stuff. Let's just go back a little bit. No, it's just the last part. Oh yeah, I need to get the filter up. I'll just maximize the hell out of it. I'm gonna try that again. I'm just gonna start a turn. There we go. Okay, that wasn't a very good turn. I'm gonna set it back to nav mode. Yeah, we're about 40 miles out. Not that far from the airport. This is actually quite a chill flight, honestly. Not much outside. I mean, I could change the weather to make it a little bit more challenging. What do you think? Should I change the weather? Let's see what you guys have in chat. Let me turn this filter down a little bit. Yeah, what I want to know is if I should just drop some Thunderstorms in the mix just to make it a little bit more interesting. Because right now live weather is amazing. Okay, let's do check if everything is still where it needs to be. Fuel is good. We changed our tanks about 15 minutes ago. I'll give it about 3 more minutes. Okay, what town is this here? I might know what town this is. Looks very familiar. Okay, let's check. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so there's Klerksdorp where we just came from. The top here on the map. And we're heading to Bethlehem, which is right next to the mountain. So these are the mountains here. It's not showing up on the map here. But if I bring up the lighting map, just compare it. Yeah, you see these are the mountains over here. That are straight ahead there. I know some of the peaks can get up to about 12,000 feet or 11,000 feet. Okay, looks like you guys want a weather change. Well, only one person, but he's the one that's talking here, so let's just do that then. Okay, I want to change the weather to something a little bit intimidating. So I'm going to turn off live weather and let's go to thunderstorm. Already I don't like what's happening in front of us. Jeez. How are we gonna get into Welcome? Hope I didn't turn crashes on. This game likes turning crashes on. Okay, let's just check the settings quickly. It's under assistance. Failure and damage. Crash damage disabled. There we go. Okay. Now we have mountains to deal with, so I'm gonna use the GPS to my advantage. I don't know if it has terrain here. Oh, it does not. Well, that's gonna be interesting now. And we're flying straight into thunderstorm. Now kids, I need to make this clear. Don't fly into a freaking thunderstorm. Period. Doesn't matter if you're an A380 or you are a 747 or a microlight or a 172. Just don't fly into a thunderstorm. We're in a gap right now. Though I don't know if we're gonna make it through this cloud. Okay, so what I'll probably do is I'll probably OBS it when we get closer. That's if the OBS works in this sim. But I'll probably OBS it just to give ourselves a bit of a horizontal guidance. Okay, and then system minima for LPV approaches is I think 300 feet AGL. So at that point we can descend up to 5.8 before we touch down. Okay, let's see what the wind is doing now. 30 knots from the east, so correction, from the west, so looks like we'll be using runway 29. This looks very scary. I'm gonna turn the radio lights on just in case we get some lightning. We don't get blinded. Okay, looks like you want to take a picture of the thunderstorms. Let's have a look here. Jeez, it just sounds intimidating. Okay, let's get into the thunderstorms now. And I know this thing, the sim has rainbows modeled, so if you spot a rainbow, just let me know. Oh, there we go. You can just barely make it out there as you're flying through it. And okay, here's a better view of it. Okay, time to get to work. I know it does get a little bit hectic when you're going through these thunderstorms. is making that sound? Hope nothing is breaking. Here you can see the raindrops on the windshield, not wind. And it's quite heavy rain. Now, what I'm most worried about is not the rain itself, it's the fact that I can't see. And the possibility of icing. So, if you have a look here at the wing, not picking up any ice, so we're still good to go. I'm just gonna turn the carb heat on, just so we do not end up flying through, having the engine breaking up or something. Okay, I'm gonna change tanks now. Fuel pump can come on. It goes off. And this just looks terrifying. Now, my worry is straying too close to the mountains, so I'm just gonna bring up the map here real quick. And if we have a look here, the mountains begin just beyond our airfield. So about, looks like about 20 miles is when the terrain starts rising. Oh, and we might have an NDB to help us out here. So let me quickly check if Bethlehem has an NDB approach. We could end up doing that instead, just to keep this a little bit more exciting. Oh yeah, Conrad, yeah, the soundtrack should change. Could be ta-dum, 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 ta-da-da-da. Okay. Now I'm just gonna pull up the chart from the CAA's website. It's gonna be a little bit of fiddling around with just to get that chart open. And in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is monitor our speed. So we're about 5 minutes out, so I have about 4 minutes to get the chart up and going. But you can't blame me, honestly. I did not plan for this. Oh yeah, Bethlehem has an NDB approach. Which runway this now? Oh, it's weird. It's just an NDB approach. And then once we break through the clouds, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna load this up just so you guys can see it. Hey, let's see if you can see it. Let's open this up. Okay, there we go, there's a chart. Okay, so looking at this chart now, we're about 5 minutes from running. We're just gonna brief the approach. So we have an instrument approach. Is it still on? Yep, there we go. Instrument approach. Chart elevation 5,500 feet, as we discussed. Threshold elevation runway 29 is 5,561. This is category A and B, which is good for us. NDB Alpha, Bethlehem. Okay, minimum sector altitude for this approach. So we need to start at 9,000 feet. So I'm gonna have to climb to 9,000. Prop full forward, next to full rich. And let us start a climb. What is this map doing? About 35 inches of 94. Righty, back to the chart. So looks like we got a big downdraft. We're not climbing at all. Hey, so minimum sector altitude from our sector here is 8,900 feet, so we can climb 9,000 feet and then route direct Bravo Mike. The Bravo Mike is the NBB is 342.5. So I'm going to tune that 342. Then we're going to identify. So I'm going to turn ADF on, turn the volume up, and then turn the ADF on. Onto headphones actually. Have a listen. Looks like it's not modeled. Unless I'm seeing something wrong on the chart. Famous last words. Okay, we have 500 feet to go. Yeah, 342.5. Let's see what the game has on its side, because it tends to have some different things. So let's look at nearest NDB. And it's just IMC outside. Okay, I can just see a bit of ground outside there. Okay, Bravo Mike is 342.5. How do I tune 2.5? Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're going to have an issue doing this approach. Oh, okay. Here we go. Beacon is working. Let's just identify it. I cannot hear it. Volume is all the way up. It is working. Oh geez, we're getting icing now. Okay, we need to descend back to... This is gonna be a difficult one. Let's descend down to 1,500. Okay, I don't like where this is going, honestly. We have a lot of icing now. 1,700. Geez, autopilot went way off. Right, let's fly direct towards the beacon. And we're descending as fast as possible down to down to 9,000. Oh geez, we're picking up lots of ice. MSA is 8,000, so actually not safe. Okay, so at this point I'll be turning around, honestly. But just for the sake of the flight, it's just decent. I mean, you'd be dumb to fly into Sage, so it'll be the right, the wise thing to do is turn around. I want to descend to 8,500 feet, because according to the charts now, our highest obstacle, oh jeez, it's quite big obstacles, huh? 8,000. Okay, let's get back on track. me turn the charts off. There we go. And we're overhead the beacon. Oh jeez, this is just a mess. I didn't give myself enough time. I'm gonna home the beacon again, and we're gonna do a direct entry onto a hold at 8,500 feet. Proceeds to descend to 8,400 feet. Okay, so outbound will be 022, descending to 7,700, and then 0 after about, this is 5 miles, so 2 minutes, we'll head towards the beacon again. And then if we pop out of the clouds, looks like we're melting that ice off, so we're looking better now. Pop out of the clouds. If we cannot see the runway, well, I'll just change the weather back to what we started with so we can do that landing, and I'll record that landing just so we can have a look. Okay, time to concentrate now. I'm just gonna talk through what I'm doing, but I'm not gonna read the messages in the chat. Okay, now I'm aware we have a wind of about, oh, is this hail? Jeez, what am I flying through? 30 knots straight ahead. Okay, heading about 290 will do. And we're flying through a hailstorm now. Wow. Once we're overhead, it will be a left-hand turn onto a heading of 022. Taking into account that crosswind. There's quite the crosswind. Oh geez, we've got a big ass updraft. Okay, now there's no point in looking outside. Let's just monitor the instruments. Okay, we're heading about 285. That's gonna give me good track towards the beacon. You know, 290. It's gonna be a good try. Right now wouldn't be the best time for an engine failure. Okay, let's just turn the fuel pump on, change the tank, fuel pump off, and then find ourselves in a spiral there. Okay, we're over at the beacon. It's gonna be a left-hand turn now. To a heading of 020. Let's just plug that in so I don't forget. There we go. Oh, I don't even want to look outside, honestly. It just looks depressing. According to the chart, our minimum descent altitude is 6,400 feet. So if we cannot see the runway by the time we're at 6,400 feet, we'll have to execute a missed approach, which in this case will be left onto 022, climbing to 9,000 feet. Climbing a little bit now. Okay, but at that point, if we get to 6,400 and I cannot see the runway, well, we'll just change the weather back to normal. Okay. At 022, now I know we have quite a crosswind, and it was about a 10-degree correction. So I'm going to roll out actually 010. And I'm going to keep that going for about 1 minute, actually 2 minutes. I don't know if this aircraft has a timer. I'm just going to use my watch. Okay, start the timer. And we're descending 7,700 feet now. So 200 feet a minute, 2 minutes, about 500 foot per minute. Yeah, I'm going to do my timer checks. So I'm going to turn that landing light on. Bring my gear down. Fuel pump can come on. And degrees of flat. Ooh. Had a massive wing drop. The gear's down 3 greens. And then I'm going to do a 45-degree intercept of the inbound track, which is 202. So I'm going to turn onto a heading of 257. We just plug that in. We have about 1 minute left. There is 7,700. Oh, we're popping out of the clouds. Oh, that's good. 247. We have another minute to go. Oh geez, this is a massive thunderstorm. I'm gonna power back in. Okay, there's 2 minutes. I'm gonna start my turn onto the heading 245, and then I'm gonna wait for my needle to open up to 45 degrees. I'll kind of go below 7,700. Okay, there's 247. 45 degrees is that little arrow, if you see it just to the left there. So once the needle's at 45 degrees, I'll turn onto our original inbound track, which is 205. Then when we pop out of the clouds, oh, we can descend down 6,400, sorry. Righty. Let's maintain 245. 247, sorry. And let me start recording this. Okay, there is 45. I'm going to turn onto about 210 because my crosswind correction was about 10 degrees. So let's make it 215. And we're going to start descending slowly. I'm going to go propeller full forward. Oh geez, that's quite a descent. And I can just start to make out the ground. So hopefully by the time we get to 6,400, everything will be good. It looks like we're drifting again. So I'm going to correct to about 220. Right about there. Alright guys, get ready to either fly into a mountain or see the airport. Everything is set. Gears down 3 green, prop is full forward, flaps full. Landing light, fuel pump, everything is on. Fuji speed is dropping. So we caught a downdraft. Huh? Where's my speed dropping? Okay, we have about 500 feet to minimum. Jeez, speed is dropping. I'm in downdrafts. What's going on? Jeez, I had a lot of. Okay, we have about 200 feet to minimums. Holding at 80 knots. Almost full power, and we're still decent. My heading is going wild. Okay, we are pretty much over at the beacon. We cannot see anything, so at this point I'll be going around, but I'm just gonna change the weather back to live weather. And we have a look at this landing. Oh, not live time. Jeez, that actually looks terrifying. Live weather. There we go. Okay, so let's get everything back under control. Airfield should be just behind us. Here. Yep, there's the runway. Want to join on the left downwind or runway 29. And set the flaps back to 10 degrees. Turn the radio lights off. Is it touching that? Oh. Unfortunately, we can't see anything, and I'm not in the mood to divert. We're in a left downwind, runway 29. About 65 is our circuit altitude here. Okay, landing lights on, fuel pump is on. There's the river. Looks quite epic, this place. Let's see how close you get to the mountains. If you're not careful, look. Straight into the side. Okay, let's have a look. Yay! Start my base turn now. I'm gonna power back a little bit, start the turn. Give myself second notch of flaps. And I'm gonna pitch for about 90 knots. So tuning fine, I want to be right about 500 feet above the ground. Though it's a little bit different. Okay, there's the airfield a little bit high. I'm gonna bring the power back a little bit more. And start my turn onto final now. Okay, so we're right about where we need to be. I'll go full flaps. And of course I'm not making any radio calls because I'm flying offline, so I'm just gonna assume everything is being done. It's quite a scenic approach into this place. Okay, there's 80 knots, flaps are full. Landing is down 3 greens. Let's butter the bread. I love how accurate the scenery is here, because it's exactly like the real airport. Okay, short final. We made that runway. Gonna close the power. Which is quite heavy on the controls. Catching it, keep catching it. Oh, balloon. Oh, There we go. Center line. I'm just gonna keep that nose up. And yeah, welcome everybody to Bethlehem. Just gonna have a look at the replay quickly. Here's my marshaller, it seems. They want me to go into the grass, but I'm not in the mood of going into the grass. I'm gonna park over in the main apron here. Okay, after landing checks, we'll do those checks once we clear up the runway. Okay, but before we do this after landing checks, I'm just gonna do the replay now. Okay, so I'm gonna unlock the camera. Oh geez, why is the aircraft moving? Stop. And I'm gonna move it towards the landing threshold. So we touched on about here. Okay, let's have a look at this replay. Jeez, why am I in the grass? Alrighty. Let's have a look here. Now, I'm not sure if the camera is disconnected. I don't want to get launched back into the air. Okay, so it is disconnected. Let's replay. And I'm gonna bring the replay till about short final. Okay, there's the aircraft. Let's have a look here. Okay, looks like it's a very stable approach. Just gonna get a little bit closer to the runway. Didn't get the touchdown. I'm just gonna move the camera. So we touched down around here. Let's have a look at the touchdown again. Okay, there they come. It was a proper touchdown. Damn, that was actually very nice. Let me have a look at a different view. Oh, these are the only views. Okay, let's just have a look at the tail view. Oh, it was that close. Damn, that's an amazing landing, if I say so myself. Oh, guys. I don't know why people are hating on me, but that was an amazing landing. Okay, let's get back to where we were. Okay, I'm just gonna assume I own a hangar here. You know, just park in front of one of these hangars. But the game made them buildings. Okay, let's have a look here. Actually, no, we'll go to the left here. Right, after landing checks, looks like I forgot them. Fuel pump can come off. Strobe lights are fine. Okay, I'm gonna set the parking brake here and let's shut down this baby. Okay, so first thing that goes off is gonna be the avionics. So I'm gonna make sure my avionics are all off, so everything comes off. Nothing remains on. And then we're gonna bring the mixture back. I think I can come off. Mixture all the way back. Okay, aircraft shuts down. And then I'm gonna turn the magnetos off. And then just move this out the way and turn the masters off. Alrighty. Make sure everything is off. Fuel can come off as well. And yeah. Welcome to Bethlehem, everybody. I can open the door here. And jump out. Open the door. There we go. And I'm gonna set the chokes in and the tie downs. We have a look outside. This is nice. I'm just gonna take a screenshot for the thumbnail. Oh, I left the flaps down. Let's just get those flaps up. And I'm gonna take a screenshot here quickly for the thumbnail. That's a little bit too low. Okay, that looks quite nice. Righty, taking my screenshot. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. All of you that stuck around for geez, how long has it been? 2.5 hours. Thanks a lot. And well, hopefully coming soon we'll have some more interesting streams going on. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Once again, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the next stream, where we'll attempt what the people want to see, pretty much. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next stream, and enjoy.